So how have you been going in the wet? I'm going to go with not great with that statement.
Well, no, not great. It's Holden territory, this weather, unfortunately.
Because they're ducks?
The Ducks? No, well, it's just Holden and Ford have different suspension. With the rules, you can't change springs or shocks, so we've got what we got. They're fairly even in the dry, but in the wet, we suffer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You've just got to suck it and see, or you just got to drive better.
We've been trying different things. Nothing seems to, work good enough, I suppose, to catch the Holdens.
Yeah.
So we just got to suffer. We're just slipping and sliding. And
just collect some points along the way.
Oh, look, just try and stay out of trouble. Try to stay out of the sand, and
yeah. Stay on the race line as much as possible.
Well, we're trying all different lines.
Yeah.
Seeing what works. Nothing seems to work.
Just throw everything at it and see what happens. Yeah. So normally, like, when you're driving and it's not inclement weather, do you normally go all right out here, or?
Me and Ricky, we were normally towards the pointy end, so the cars are competitive in the dry.
Yeah.
In the wet, no.
How long have you been driving for?
Since I think it was like late 90s I started.
What was your first drive?
First race was Formula Ford.
Yep.
Yeah.
And would you go back to that? Is that something that you enjoyed doing?
I didn't mind it. It's I suppose it's you were competing against young guys that they're not paying the bills.
Mm-hmm. So they don't care.
So they don't care. So
scratches, bumpers,
so if it gets
whatever.
a bit tight, you tend to back out of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in sedans, you can get nice and close. You can touch and sort of still survive.
Well, how much is a quarter panel on an AU? Can't be much. A couple of cartons or something.
You can buy a whole AU for that.
Running with papers.
Yeah.
So you're a little bit more aggressive with these?
Adventurous, yeah.
Adventurous, yeah.
I was going to say aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Yeah. No.
So you enjoy this more so than the open wheel stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. It's fairly even, like in dry, it's fairly even, and it's a good bunch of guys. We battle hard on the track, and and survive. And have a drink afterwards and have a laugh.
All right, so we're talking about survival. Let's segue a little. What's your biggest foobar, do you think? Have you ever had an incident where you're like, damn, I overcooked that, or...
Oh, you get plenty of those, but you just got to erase that from you.
You just block it out.
Yeah, you just got to move on. Look, you have accidents, slip-ups all the time. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you catch them and and save them. And
have you got like a heroic story about this one time where you saved it?
No, not really. There's plenty of times, like even like wet, you think I'm gone here, and you're all crossed up, and you sort of save it. You think, phew, I was definitely going for the sand then.
That was it. I was done.
Yeah. No.
And what's the most fun you've ever had in a car? Like, not necessarily track-based, but like, is there a car that you've driven that you're like, that's been the epitome of my driving career? Or is there something you want to drive?
Well, years ago I drove a left-hand drive sports sedan, Mazda triple rotor. And that was the fastest thing I drove, and that was great fun. And then
that would have blown your hair back.
Yeah, and it's, I enjoy that sort of jumping in the deep end, and virtually no practice, and jump in and see how you can do, and
try not to overcook it.
Yeah, no, absolutely enjoy that, but you enjoy it always when your car's going good and everything goes to plan. You have a good weekend, and no stuff ups and up the front.
Yep. Hold the pole position and.
Yeah, well, that doesn't come very often these days, but you got to have a go.
There's a few trophies flying around. Tell me that they're not all marked.
Ricks, they're all Ricks,
sorry.
yeah. They're probably mostly Ricks. So,
Is there a couple of yours in there?
He's been driving longer, so he's had more time to collect more. That's my excuse anyway.
So it's a collating for longer.
Yes.
Yeah, that stands to reason.
Yeah.
And your last podium, do you...
It would have been earlier this year. We got a couple of wins earlier this year.
Hey, cool.
So that was all right.
Are you in a good position on the leaderboard for like championship points?
No, I don't even know where we are.
The name's on there somewhere?
Yeah, oh, not fast. Years ago, sort of, you were going for championships and you got really serious and,
threw everything at it?
Yeah, coming home at midnight because you're working on the race car all the time. But, those days are gone and sort of, you got other priorities with family and stuff like that. So if you get to race, great, but, you just can't throw things at it the way I used to and you can't spend that much time,
But you still love it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Only slightly obsessed, but like most of us here.
Just a little bit.
Just slightly,
Yeah, racing's a cheap sport. I love it.
Yeah, look, and I mean, I enjoy the engineering side as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brain doesn't stop ticking. How can I make this better? What can I try?
Yeah.
And our class is fairly restricted. We strict set of rules, so you can't change an awful lot, but you still got room to move in with those rules, and so you're always trying to find a good combination that works.
Yeah.
So it keeps you up at night, sort of thinking, I'm going to try this, try that. Can't help yourself.
All right. Well, I won't keep you out in the wet much longer. 20 minutes and you'll be right. Dry tyres, you'll be fine.
Guaranteed?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.